Hi everybody, my name is Decker. I am here to introduce you to the Korg Volca Beats, which is now available for checkout from the Bartholomew County Public Library. The Volca Beats is a little analog drum machine. It's completely portable, it has a built-in speaker, it is battery powered. This instrument is great for anybody who wants to learn the sort of basics of programming drum beats. Even if you do have experience with drum machines, this is still really fun to play along with. Also, this is a great option for a sort of backing track. So if you want to play guitar or piano and sort of have a little drum beat behind you, this is great for that. So in this video, I'm going to sort of have a brief tutorial on the basics of using the Volca Beats. If you want anything more in depth, there are other great YouTube videos out there. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here is the Volca Beats. We have the power button right here. You can plug in a power adapter, which comes with a little kit from the library, but it's also battery powered, which we're using right now. So I will turn it on with this button here. It says Volca Beats, just to remind us what its name is. Here we have headphone jack out, so if you don't want to use the portable speaker, you can use your own headphones. We have MIDI input and sync in and outputs, which we're not going to worry about right now. Okay, so first I want to draw your attention to these 16 golden rectangles, which they kind of serve different purposes depending on the mode that you're in with the Volca Beats. But I want to show we have the names of 10 percussion sounds underneath here, so kick, snare, so on, toms, hi-hats. And so if we just sort of push this one, we hear a kick drum, and here I'll turn the volume knob is here for the entire drum machine. So snare, closed hi-hat, open hi-hat, clap, clave, a go-go, crash. And then you might have noticed once we push these down here, some of these knobs will light up. These knobs are used to change the sound of the percussion elements that we're playing. So for example, snare, you can change the snappiness, the decay, how long it is, the pitch. Yeah, and so once you have everything kind of sounding like you want it to, you can see it says live right here. So we can just even start doing some finger drumming live. So we could just go like. But as fun as finger drumming is, that's not exactly what this instrument is built for. So next we're going to learn how to use the step sequencer. A sequence is a programmed pattern, so it's just us telling the drum machine to play itself, essentially. So the Volca Beats comes with 8 preset patterns. And here you can see there's this memory button here. If I push and hold that, we have 8 LEDs lit up. So you can store, save, and replay up to 8 sequence patterns. So I will hit the play button right here. So we're playing something, right? And you can even manipulate the sounds of all the percussion elements as it's playing live. And I can even play over it. So let's see, let's do. Okay, so we have something playing, so how do we change patterns? So you will see here, we have where it says memory. And again, so we have the different banks lit up. So all that you need to do is hold the memory button down, and you can select each different pattern. And you can do that while playing. So if you want to have different parts of a song that you trigger, you can do that live. So here, let me demonstrate that. So I'll hit play. Memory. Very fun. So how do we start our own sequence from scratch? Let's go over that. So first we need to clear this sequence pattern. So the way that we do that is we have this function button right here, so I'm going to hold that. And if you will notice, it says clear underneath kind of the end of the row of rectangles right here. I'm going to hold function, hit all, so that clears out the entire sequence. So I will hit play. It's going through as the LED indicates, but we got nothing, right? So there are a couple of ways to sequence this. The first way I will show is the step mode. So here this button says step mode. Place that, and it now says step. Okay, so we have it in step mode. Now if you'll notice, one of the 10 sound options will have an LED illuminated under it. So right now it's the go-go. So what we have to do is we have to sequence each one of these sounds individually. And that is, again, where these 16 rectangles come into play. So it's 16 beats, sort of in a 4/4 bar measure. So we will select, let's start with the kick drum. So how I will do that is I will hold function, kick drum. So now the LED is under a kick drum. Let's go ahead and just hit play. Again, nothing is playing. And so I'm going to do just a basic 4 on the floor, so just 4 quarter notes. So here, we got it started playing, right? And so then I'm going to add a snare on top of that. Let's do one right here. Okay, so we've got something going there. And with the Volca Beats, we also have included sort of flashcards of drum machine patterns that you can use just as a little foundation. So what I just did is kind of a really simple beat. And if we turn step mode off, we can like play along to it too. And the second way to sequence a pattern is we can actually do it live. So I'm going to again hit play. We have the record button here. When I press that, it illuminates. And so anything that I play will be recorded into the sequence. So let's do that. And then if I turn the record button off, then I can continue to play things live without it actually recording into the sequence. And I will just say really quickly, one of the things that I find really fun about physical step sequencers and drum machines like this is it like really allows you just to kind of input random hits and notes and everything. So even if you don't exactly know what you're doing, you can just kind of feel it out. So let me demonstrate that here. So we just have a simple beat. And right now the closed hi-hat is selected. I'm just randomly going to input some hits. Let's do the same for, I don't know, low tom, high tom. Kind of cool, and I just completely did that randomly. All right, so we have made a cool beat, or at least just a beat. So how do we save that? So the way that we do that, I'm going to hold function. If you'll see underneath the memory button, it says write. So while holding function, I'm going to hold write. It says save right here. And so then we will select one of these banks to overwrite to save this new sequence. So I am just going to do that. It's going to save. Yep, so it's saved, so it's there, so you can recall it at any time, come back to it later. One last thing that I will show you really quickly is right here, we have a stutter effect, and a stutter effect is sort of like a delay or echo effect, and that's really fun, like in live performances. Let me show you how to do it. So I'll play this. Just add some fun sort of like nuance and contrast when you're playing this live. All right, so that was a crash course in the Korg Volca Beats. Like I said, you can check it out now from the Bartholomew County Public Library with your library card. Thanks, have fun.